is Emily Ziegler, and for my New Media and New Literacies final project, I decided to research exploring AI through art and design to promote critical digital literacy. So for my project, I was really interested in this topic because I am a high school digital art teacher. Many of my students are already using AI-based art programs. AI is increasingly changing the art world, and I believe that there are significant parallels between art and AI and critical digital literacy concepts. So my project thesis is that art educators integrating artificial intelligence into their curricula can foster essential digital literacy skills and AI understanding in students through AI-assisted creative processes and artwork creation. So in order to address how art, AI can work together to foster digital literacies, it's important to know and understand what digital literacies are and what artificial intelligence is. So the definition that I use within my research is that digital literacies are the ability to use and produce digital media, information processing and retrieval, participation in a social network for knowledge creation and sharing, as well as a wide range of other computing skills. And artificial intelligence refers to a variety of different programs and codes intending to allow machines and computers to model human thinking and carry out activities related to intelligence, learning, decision-making, and problem-solving. The artificial intelligence that I specifically focused on were generative AI and text-to-image AI programs, similar to ChatGPT, which work off of a set and contained database that the AI pulls from. So, how is art connected to AI and digital literacy? AI has fundamentally altered creative processes, leading to a reinvention of creativity in many sections of society. Art has been radically changed in the development of digital art, and digital art is rapidly evolving as AI processes are added to it, and additionally things like NFTs. So one of the research articles that I found described the 4 main ways that AI is affecting art, and that is expressive by introducing new topics, techniques, and forms, exploratory through applications in art history, museology, cultural studies, and digital humanities, economic by reconfiguring the modalities of art production and monetization, and notional by modifying the ideas about art's character. So in considering how all of this comes together and the different literacies that I believe students can achieve through art and AI, I focused on ones that I could specifically implement within my classroom. The first one is AI is developed to enhance traditional experiences. So many of the art-related technologies that we or AI use are developed by artists or co-developed between artists and scientists or engineers, or they're introduced for non-artistic purposes, and artists discover their expressive potentials through experimentation. I believe that this literacy can be developed by art educators if we introduce the concept of developing digital program literacy by examining how AI program goals are determined, by assessing art-based AI programs and their outputs as they're related to traditional art making techniques, styles, tools, and processes. If students have a baseline understanding about how art is created by hand, we can then discuss how these art making processes have been adapted already to their digital counterparts in programs like Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop, and then consider how developers have then turned these programs into AI-based programs in order to create art. Understanding these foundational concepts can then be applied into a variety of other digital literacy and AI areas. The second literacy is considering TTIs and prompting. So The successful utilization of ChatGPT and TTI programs or text-to-image programs is reliant on prompt literacy, which is a huge component of digital literacies. Prompt engineering, which relates to prompt literacy, refers to digital literacy skill sets that communicate with AI tools in a contextually appropriate manner with clear instructions to generate results that meet expectations. This can be taught in an art classroom if we pair up the key art literacies with their corresponding key prompt engineering literacies. These align in very clear avenues, as referenced by the yellow boxes below, which is topic, a key engineering literacy, pairs really well with art literacies relating to theme, mood, visual, goals. Style can relate to visual style, art movements, and techniques. Tone can relate to mood, theme, color, and lighting. Context can relate to theme, setting, and time period. And context info relates to any additional details and techniques. Students can explore the art of creating prompts by needing to look at artwork and describe it in detail, then develop and generate a prompt, then use AI in order to try and recreate artworks, and then assess how well their prompts worked. The third literacy I took a look at is that AI-enhanced creative process promotes communication and soft skills development. So 21st century soft skills include the ability to confidently use new technologies, interact with team members, and produce productive project outcomes. Now, in the art world and art and design creative processes, there is natural context in which we communicate with design teams, viewers, galleries, and consumers. We are constantly collaborating creatively with both people and digital technology, and we also have to problem solve for both digital and traditional solutions to problems. We can utilize AI and art together within group scenarios so that students are given the experiences that introduce them to fluid, contextually dependent understanding of interactions with technology based on personal choices, selected interactions, access to community, and enactment of autonomy to enhance students' ability to communicate and collaborate effectively to create art, which will then allow them to promote different skills of working within groups, careers, mindsets, goals that they can then utilize within a range of other topics. The fourth literacy that we can use art to look at for context with AI is the problems, issues, and concerns with ethical use of AI through art. So there's a lot of concerns about using AI within the school setting, but also how AI will affect careers, and students can analyze this by taking a look at artist-made versus AI-made art, which can be used to discuss the limitations and ethical concerns of AI by having students interact with and analyze art or analyze AI in the art world. And the two main ones that I focused on were appropriation and machine replacement, which students can assess how generative AI and TTI programs are limited to replicating and imitating what humans have already produced because they're constrained by pre-existing data sets. And also taking a look at copyright and ownership and the legality of these, given the fact that critical AI studies identify TTI-generated images as artworks that lack authorship and often assign authorship to the person that designed the TTI tool rather than the prompter, because the tool is considered the art, not the images that they produce. So being able to take a look at this through an art lens will really open up students' ability to be able to debate and contextualize the problems around AI, which is a huge portion of digital literacy. And the benefits to addressing AI and digital literacies through art are the following. Many AI programs are developed by or with artists or other creative engineers and scientists. Additionally, AI can be utilized in art to inspire students in the art learning process, providing personalized assistance, aiding practice, helping students improve their work, etc., and can enhance both digital and traditional communication and collaboration skills. And many of the necessary AI and digital literacies are paralleled by the creative and artistic processes, or they can be analyzed through a creative lens in a way that is intuitive, organic, and is easily interchangeable with a lot of other subjects and topics, and students can readily adapt what they've learned and then apply it outside of the art context. This spelling page is all the references that I used. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I've really enjoyed this class. Thank you.